Okay. Hey, could you do a spin? Oh, what done? So, it's really nice and sunny. I feel somewhat more in the body than this last week. Not been too bad. I have actually been largely in the body, but spin. Do you spin? Yeah. What about you? You spin. You spin? Yeah, we're done. I am I want to say I'm feeling better, but I'm not. And then I want to say I'm doing better, but it's like, hey, I'm feeling worse. I'm feeling like a lot more depressed and heartbroken and like, what the fuck is the level of the shit that's happened to us? And that's better. Because before I was either like, wow, what the fuck, lol, or going into shock. So like, yeah, I can't say I feel better. But, and we're doing better. I think I'm having more of an appropriate reaction and response. Things kind of seem more realistic to me now. You know, when you live with shit like this having happened, you don't have the level. You don't have a comparative experience where that sort of shit didn't happen. So it's kind of just normal, and being able to see what should have happened instead, and all of the parameters that somebody without trauma would look at and immediately be like, whoa, that's shockingly fucked at, I don't have, and I have to build up, and then I can see the comparison and be like, oh, that, yeah, that's fucked. And then I'm obviously going to have like a horrendous emotional response to that, and that's a good thing. As far as something that should never have fucking happened to anyone goes, this is good progression. It's fucking bullshit in and of itself. You do a spin? Yeah, we're done. It's a great noise. It's a great sound. Can you spin? Oh, good boy, good girl. I'll give it to you in a sec. Or, yeah. Can you drop it? We've been managing to keep like an even sleeping routine throughout all of this, which is kind of wild to me, like how. And we've been eating regularly and like, yeah, still processing and integrating intensive trauma and keeping up with morning exercise routines and sleep and food. Which is wild. Like, how. We've noticed that it's difficult for other people to front, which would make sense because somehow we've ended up with the two sexual protectors of the system as co-hosts and like hosting. So it sort of feels like we've got this I don't know if I want to say barrier. Go down, go down, down. We've got like this, oh, good girl, good boy, amount of shit in our RAM just taking up space and making it difficult to do regular daily life things. Like, all we can focus on mostly is processing trauma. And also at the rate we get triggered at, that kind of is just natural. It's not like we're searching it out. It's just what comes up, and a lot comes up because I guess there's a lot there. But it feels like there's this backlog to get through, and I imagine once we're through it, then it like Maybe we'll get easier to process on other topics, do normal life things. I don't know, because I'm imagining. But it definitely feels like more and more we're closer to... It feels like we're clearing space in the hard drive that is our brain. Like it's all really backlogged, everything's glitchy as all hell, and the more we work through this shit, the more space it has. But when we're in topics like processing the sort of trauma we hold, it becomes really difficult for other people in the system to front, because it's not like everyone else has the same trauma. We all we're very versatile. We have a hell of a lot of different traumas in a hell of a lot of different people. But they're not very mix and match. It's like, it seems like while we're on this topic, there's like this resistance to other people getting into the front. Like, Connor keeps trying to front. We really want to fucking watch Moon Knight. Well, we've wanted to watch Moon Knight since we knew it was going to exist. And there's a lot of systems that have reviewed it, and we want to watch their reviews of it, but we don't want to watch them obviously until we've seen it. And like, maybe spoken about it, maybe it'll give us like things to think about for us, and maybe we'll end up vlogging, and then we'd want to, but like this whole spat of things that we want to do, and it's like every time we get close to trying to do it, or Connor gets close to the front, there's this like fucking firm resistance, almost like our brain digs its heels in and braces and goes, no, can't do that. Like if you're about to jump off a bungee line and you're afraid of walking near the edge, and you just like, you can't even help it, your body has other ideas, and it has gone rigid and it is not fucking moving. It's like this action is not completable. Just little box comes up and we're like, okay. So Connor has found it really difficult to front. There are also a lot of other people in here who are nowhere near the front. Like Connor's at least been kind of close to the front and has been able to front a few times, but like loads of people have been absolutely like miles away deep in the inner world and not able to get anywhere near the front, which is kind of okay, because like there's no rush. And you know, a couple of years ago that might have been a problem for some people depending on where they were inside, but now, as far as I know, every part of the inner world has enough resources and is a pretty nice place, and that's a really interesting thing, just as a tangent. So that's they're fine, they're well taken care of, they're like not in distress inside. It's just a little bit frustrating, because it's like somebody might want to come out and do something, like watch Moon Knight or like play a game, and you get somewhere near the front and then there's just this resistance on both sides, and like no, can't do it. And like if you try and push through it, we just get like this really panicky sensation, and like it feels like something in us physically resists, like your body would at the edge of a height. Like there is no pushing past it. It's something that isn't us, just resists and tenses. And there's this panicky sensation if you try and push it, and like headaches and strained sensations, but you can't actually. Oh, he just ran into my leg. You're so funny. You can't actually push it, so it's like, well, fuck. I guess we're doing this. It's been like that for a while, to be honest. Like, on and off, through patches, since we learnt to start trauma processing in 2021, really. Would you do a spin? You beautiful, how about down? Or why don't you go flat? You so clever, crawl. You cool. Yeah, catch. I'll throw it to you in a sec. It's so good. It's so good. Ooh, you can jump it for me. Rambo, would you do a spin? Yeah, how about down? Oh, it's very quick. Flat. Yeah, cool. Cool, so good. You are so quick. So clever. You're so clever. You're the best. You're the best. I know. Go. Run. That's frustrating and understandable, And I don't really think that there's anything we can do that we're not already doing at the minute. Just kind of venting and going, fuck, I'd like us to be more stabilised on this topic and have more things. I think it's just that there's such a high level of trigger. Like, we get triggered every day, inevitably, intensely, and while it remains unprocessed on this topic, it's like not safe for, say, kids or non-trauma holders to really front, because there's just such an extensive amount of fucking shit in need of processing and left as floating memories that there's such an extensive list of triggers. And I feel like until we've just gotten through some of those and gotten better at our coping skills, at grounding when we are triggered, then I feel like maybe it'll get easier for other people to front, because it's like we'll be able to more ensure a higher likelihood of safety when they front. I think with complex trauma, you can ensure safety, yes, but like I can't promise that nobody will experience uncomfortable emotions and that nobody will get triggered. And at the minute, it's like highly likely that they will encounter a trigger, and we will stabilize damn well. Also, maybe isn't as quick as it needs to be for some people, and maybe we don't have the skill set we need to make it like feel comfortable enough, I guess. So I feel like it's just sort of building that up, getting through triggers, processing. I fucking miss having, like, I miss being active as a system. I miss everyone inside. I'm really looking forward to times when it can, like, be more open and more free-flowing.